I guarantee you, every single one of you knows exactly where I am right now because when we scroll TikTok, about 2/3 of us are doing it on the sitting upon the porcelain throne. And I have to admit, I find this rather fucking hilarious. The light of God doth ordain this situation, and the day of drinking hath already commenced, and it's not yet 10 o'clock yet. Alright, so, like in Mulan, let's get down to business, real quick. Let's see. It doth shine brightly above my head as if that were the idea of the Lord themselves. Blessing my soul. Or this fucking hair. I've had two shots. Two shots. Two shots. But it's really good whiskey. Then when you're broke, everything's expensive whiskey. I wanted something a bit goofier. I'm taking this shit too seriously. I've been in an extreme depression for a while now. I've just been waiting to die. The problem is that how I'm acting right now is how I used to act in general. I had that fucking vitality to me. And then I kick the bucket and see there's divine purpose and all that shit. And, like, I get it. At some point in the future, I'm supposed to do this. Like, wait a minute. A curious game, the only way to win is not to play. That quote just kicked in. Anyway, in different timelines, I would do this thing where I would help align the spiritual resonance of humanity. And I would get it done because we all face this catastrophe, which is either about to happen, has already happened, or is happening currently. And I'm willing to bet it's already started because I don't show up late. I show up right the fuck on time. And that timing is extremely important. Speaking of which, I need to go ahead and wrap this up real quick. So, we'll be right back. I had to clear some shit in my throat. So, there is always a spiritual presence to things. There's always some timeline bullshit to deal with. There's always a deja vu, or whatever you want to call it. Some kind of alignment that occurs. You have a profound, prolific dream. It's prophetic in nature. Why the fuck did that taste like tequila? I don't drink tequila, so it wasn't a bad taste, though. Reminds me of a birthday I had once after my dad died. Which, that was weird. Anyway. It's like 10 o'clock now, so. Point is you're always going to have that prophetic bullshit kick into life, but please, please, please. Yes, there is horrible shit going on in the world. Yes, the Middle East is on fire. Guess what? They would do that without any help at all. They do that every fucking time. There's a timeline where they don't do that, and I can guarantee you that because I have seen fucking all of them, and I am very fucking tired of this game. So, when I tell you that that's just what they do, that's just what they do. Okay? Okay. The other timelines, you're not in those, all right? Your heart being here, right here, instead of right here, which if you look at modern health books, it's right here, not here. So, if you come from this one, congrats. We're not far off from center, but, well, you weren't far off from center. Now you are, drastically so, because you are here. Those timelines don't exist anymore. Have you ever seen Everything Everywhere All at Once whenever she kills realities and then has to revive them later? One, and then it branches out, and then exponentially, and then so on. Yeah. If you haven't seen the movie, go watch it. Give you an idea of how this shit works. So, moving on. The Mandela effect. Let's talk about that for a second. So the Mandela effect is a series of events or things that have been held differently and done differently. Timelines that they can't skip. They will bury everything about them that they can. Like the Haynes cornucopia. Sometimes you have reality bleed where things like items, places, people, ideas. I said things already, but we'll say things, like important things, some shit you don't even know about, are bleeding over. They're here. They're not supposed to be. They weren't originally in this timeline thread, but now they are because we are overlapping. and overlapping is important because that means that they are trying to combine them. They are combining timelines. They think they're skipping some, they're combining them. They've realized it by now. They had to have. I saw it forever ago, back when I was but a wee young sport. I wasn't but knee high to a grasshopper, and I'm telling you, I might have been the ripe old age of 19 to 20. I'm pretty sure I was 20 at that point because I fucking hate it. Oh, there's a smiley face on that fucking tub with the hair on there and two dots of dirt. That's pretty good. Squirrel. Anyway, back when I was 19 or 20, I saw that they were overlapping timelines. They were blending them together. They thought they were jumping. They were pulling things from timelines to this one. They were connecting. Now, how do they cover that up? Well, you've got to suddenly say, well, Haynes never had the cornucopia. The burn, B-E-R-N, burn, S-T-E-I-N, Bernstein. The Bernstein Bears was never a thing. It was always Berenstein and Berenstain, not the Bernstein. There's one more spelling beyond that, but we're not going to talk about that. That's the hop. After that, they were blending. They blended, well, I say blending. They were lying. They were fucking lying. So let's not sugarcoat it here. Because Wilfred Brimley will come back from his fucking grave if there's too much sugarcoating on this bullshit. And I ain't having him spit any more than he fucking has to. You're all doing a fantastic job of that. Diabetes. Anyway, point is, they are overlapping this shit. CERN is more than just a big, cool Hadron Collider. It's an atom smasher. It smashes atoms and it does this wonderful stuff, and it's definitely not anything to do with Mandela. Oh, no. Oh my. The Saiyans. Right. God, I love old tubs. This shit is ancient. It's basically a bell. Imagine that. Seriously, though, they realize they have to bury you with bullshit, because if not, they're going to accidentally blind you with brilliance, and then you will see the light while you're alive, and they can't have that. So, here's what we do. You take those who are half dead like me. Whenever we go through a profound spiritual experience, you hospitalize us, and then you have at the hospital the things that you need to get done in order to cause us to seem like the crazy person. I know right now I'm doing that. But I promise you, if it wasn't for this, I'd be quiet. I might chuckle to myself a bit, and that's about it. Otherwise, I'd want to die really bad, because I have been beaten down so fucking much by this shit, and I am very fucking tired. And I have like 150 some odd thousand views on a video now, and I've got a couple thousand followers now, and I don't fucking know what to do with that. I'm going to try and reply to your comments. I make no promises. Ivy Sarah, you always interact with some shit that I'm doing. Coincidentally, I'm taking a shit at the moment, so I wanted to remind you of that. I didn't actually get anything out of that. That was just comedic humor. At this point, it's driving my butthole, so... This is for entertainment and educational purposes only. I'm trying to make you laugh, so that way you don't realize the horror of the situation. Because if you only see the horror in things, you will not see the fun in things. We all scroll TikTok when we poop. If it's not TikTok, it's Instagram Reels. If it's not that, it's YouTube Shorts. If you're not on Instagram or YouTube, you're on Facebook, and that's still fucking Reels. So, you still go and you do things. You still love things. I am the only person I know that has fun at my job. And I am probably the most negative fucking person there, but I don't let myself be that way, because I think it's funnier and more fun to enjoy things. And I don't know, oh, it's 10:08, 80%, 10, semicolon, whatever. I have a colon. 08 mirror reflect 80. So, things are moving along as they're supposed to. Do not fucking think that you're above the game, because I assure you, you are definitely in it. You are playing your part. And whenever you kick the bucket, you'll get to see me and everybody else, and we'll welcome you home. Because there is a part of me, half of me, that is constantly dead. And it knows what the other side is doing, thinking, and saying. Like last night, I listened to a 2-hour conversation trying to sleep. And I kept thinking, oh, he can't actually hear us. Okay, cool. Yeah, no, I can fucking hear you, and it's annoying. Off to work.